Hi, and welcome back to my little film and TV channel. Hope you're all staying safe and well. Please, if you like what I try and do with these movie reviews, TV drama reviews, information vlogs, give us a like. That'd be great. It'd make an old man very happy. And if you're not already subscribed, if you can do so and pass the word, that'd be absolutely brilliant. And we got a film review for you today. Yeah, a crime drama thriller. This is called The Bezonians. The Bezonians, Bezonians, an 18 certificate, 98 minutes, written and directed, and does actually co-star Savaz D. Michael. Not a familiar name to me, might be to you. It also stars Andreas Karas as Plato and Dinos. It's all set around a Greek club in London, of course. Peter Polycarpou as Costas, Marina Sirtis, the lovely Marina Sirtis as Helen Andinos, Louis Brabin-Platt as Lola, and other guys, including a certain Vinnie Jones, so as Willard Greb. So I had a lot of hopes for this because I'd watched a few reviews. What's it about? Well, it's the Bezonians Social Club in North London, a group of down-and-out schemers plot and dream of becoming rich and breaking out of the monotony of their dreary and financially impotent lives. And then there's a little poker game that sort of goes awry, and it all leads to all sorts of problems. Is it any good? Interestingly, well, I've went to The Guardian, and there's nothing on Rotten Tomatoes, there's nothing on Metacritic. Leslie Felprin from The Guardian, she summed up a negative feel for this. You can sort of tell what kind of film writer, director, co-star Savage D. Michael thought he was making, given the lofty references to Homer's Iliad in the plotting, Martin Scorsese movies in the dialogue, and Guy Ritchie in the casting. Very, very high aims here, isn't it? And the result, sadly, according to Leslie, is an intensely irritating hot mess, a London petty criminal story set in Greek Cypriot community that's offensive, self-indulgent and stupid. Well, I think Leslie's made a point there. There is positive. Yeah, UK Film Review website, or UK website, UK Film Review, that's the name of it, a bit more positive. They said, this is a crime film that will most likely appeal to fans of movies such as Snatch, or disappoint them, one or the other. The characters are intriguing, and the screenplay will probably grab the viewer's attention. This is an achievement that is worthy of praise and attention. Well, there you go. Obviously, slightly varying degrees of thought on this film there, the positive and the negative. But Internet Movie Database, interestingly enough, when I first looked at the Bezonians, probably a couple of weeks before I'm doing this, I'm recording this on the 18th of May 2022, so all these scores are at that date. I think it was averaging over 6. It might have even been pushing to 7. Interestingly enough, when I look now at this date, it's only 5.4 out of 10, so it's dropped quite rapidly. As I say, when I first looked at it, I thought, oh, that looks good, I'll have to give that a watch. And then I sort of had it in mind for a couple of weeks and forgot all about it, and then got round to it. So that 5.4 out of 10 is based on 3,684 scores on Internet Movie Database. And the worrying thing for me, as you know, is 885 people scored it 10 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that at all, as you can imagine. Anyway, let's ignore that. Let's ignore the 10 out of 10. Not many people give it 1 out of 10s, but I have took 10s out of 10 out for balance and 1 out of 10s out for balance. So there's left with 2,263 scored between 6 and 9. So that's still very good. And just 477 scored between 2 and 5. So overall, on Internet Movie Database, it's quite positive. It's getting an 83% positivity rating. As I said, I've got no Rotten Tomatoes or Metacritic things to look at. So we've got to come to my little views on the Bezonians. Yes, this does attempt, of course, to bring the Guy Ritchie stroke Tarantino vibe to proceedings. Of course it does with how it's put together. But generally, no, it's nowhere near. It is poor and struggles to reach the level of even some of Guy Ritchie's British gangster copycats has been over the years as well, over the last 23, 24 intervening years that have been dotted about. And to mention Scorsese, which obviously is mentioned, into the equation, you're having a bit of a laugh, in all fairness. This is poorly acted for the most part, but in all fairness, a lot of Guy Ritchie films, which I like, do have dodgy actors in, not the greatest actors. Vinnie Jones, they are, you say it, but you take it for what it is. But generally, this is just poorly acted generally, not just Vinnie Jones, by a lot of the cast. And of course, Ritchie will get away with it because of the quirky storylines and the different storylines. This doesn't offer anything new on that basis. It's got a very low budget feel to it. Although I think on the whole, it was quite nicely shot. It was like nicely, the way it was actually the screenplay, if you like, how the sets and how it was put together. I thought was fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the actual story itself and the actual plot, etc. I mean, it's very wordy, but not in a good, clever way. We've got two guys chatting about actors in a car. The things that you would see in the great stuff like Pulp Fiction and the Snatches and Lock, Stock and stuff like that. But it's just wordy, but it's not even clever. It's not even interesting. It's not even quirky at all, and it does take forever to sort of get to the point of the film, which obviously is the sort of showdown between the so-called baddie, who we don't get to know too much about anyway, and this bunch of happy chappies in this club that are just trying to get through life, obviously dodgily most of the time, but they're trying to get through the day, trying to get through life. And so when it does get to the point of the film, it all becomes very anticlimactic as well, so it wasn't even worth waiting for the odd 10 or 15 minutes of what the whole point of the film is. Because obviously character driven. If you don't like the characters, what's the point? I didn't really invest in any of the characters. In fact, the only investment I did was probably in the baddies. I thought, obviously that they interested me more than the guys who actually are supposed to be the lads that we're supposed to like. I just didn't like it at all. So if you can't invest in the characters, what's the point of watching a film like this? As I say, because it's very character driven as well. Because the plot is simple basically and not very clever. There is positivity, as I said. I've read lots of positive reviews, 10 out of 10s, 9 out of 10s on Internet Movie Database. But these have to be members of the crew and the actors and the families, because there's no way on earth this rates anywhere in them sort of. I could, at a pinch, I might give it 5 out of 10. I'll tell you what I'm scoring in a minute. At a pinch, but I'm sorry, it's not worth 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 10. It's just, unless you've never watched a Ritchie, Tarantino or Scorsese film, obviously, if this is all you got to go at, you think, oh, this is quite quirky, but I'm sorry, it's just absolutely that positivity I have to think is just ringers. I can't think it's true. And as I said, I did see some good reviews beforehand. I think that might have made it worse for me, because obviously if I'd gone in without seeing any reviews, I think I might. Well, I was going to say I might have enjoyed it more, but I don't think I would. But obviously, I was just so disappointed because I thought it was going to be better than it was. And of course, we had the wonderful. I did mention her before, didn't I? Marina Sirtis in this, but even she looked tired in this. Possibly having to star in this poor effort probably made her look tired once she's read the script. But or if she did even read the script. But hey, we all have to pay the bills, don't we, Marina? I'll let you off. So for me, I'm not even going to mark it, guys. I'm just so disappointed. I wasn't really going to give it a 5. I thought, why bother? I just didn't like it. I thought it was a very, very potential, obviously, but just never, ever, ever got going. Never was fun. Never was dark comedy. Nothing in it to appeal for me. Very poor indeed. Very wordy, very monotonous, and I was glad when it finished. So no mark for me. Let me know what you think, guys, and if you get to watch this. Some people love it, but as I say, I cast serious doubt on that. So let me know what you think anyway. Until we meet again, I want to ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.